The 225th Separate Assault Regiment is successfully breaking through Russian Dragon's Teeth in the Belgorod region with its military equipment. It is reported that Russians spent over 10 billion rubles on these systems after Ukrainian offensive in Kursk region to make a breakthrough of their borders impossible. Ukraine has been seen fighting back against a Russian spring offensive as remarkable footage shows its tanks breaching Dragon's Teeth fortifications to move onto Vladimir Putin's territory in Belgorod region. The video shows Ukrainian forces close to village Demidovka on the border between the two countries. Ukraine holds a sliver of Russian territory here, as it does a larger area of Kursk region, humiliating the Kremlin dictator. Separately, Ukraine was seen in a bomb strike on a Putin command post in occupied Kherson region. Thanks to the professional skills of Ukrainian pilots, the concrete structure was completely destroyed, said Kiev's Armed Forces General Staff. The losses are being clarified, but 20 to 30 occupiers were killed, the General Staff reported. A Russian assault in the Toretsk direction completely went wrong. Russian forces launched another reckless assault on the positions of Ukraine's 72nd Mechanized Brigade and paid a heavy price. On April 6th alone, they lost 5 tanks, 3 BMPs, 6 vehicles, and 53 infantry. The Bulava UAV battalion played a key role in the operation. In the aftermath of the failed assault, Ukrainian forces quickly exploited the Russian disarray. Drone footage showed Russian armored vehicles abandoned across open fields, some still smoldering hours later. Ukrainian artillery units, coordinated by real-time drone intel, continued to target retreating Russian elements, inflicting further losses. Reports suggest that Russia's 132nd Motorized Rifle Brigade, already stretched thin, was heavily involved and may now be combat ineffective in the sector. Meanwhile, Ukrainian commanders stated that defensive positions around Toretsk are being reinforced, anticipating additional Russian attacks as Moscow scrambles to regain momentum ahead of the May 9th symbolic timeline. Zelensky published excerpts from the interrogation of captured Chinese soldiers by Ukraine's security service. Zelensky added that at least 155 Chinese citizens are fighting on Russia's side, according to information known to Ukrainian intelligence services. The communications department of the Luhansk OTG told Ukrainska Pravda that a captured Chinese national paid 300,000 rubles to take part in the war against Ukraine. He managed to do so through a middleman in China. According to the prisoner himself, he underwent training in the temporarily occupied territory of Luhansk Oblast as part of a group formed from citizens of the People's Republic of China. His main motivation was the desire to become a serviceman and obtain Russian Federation citizenship. He also noted that some members of the group had legal issues back in China. In just 15 days of the so-called energy ceasefire, Russia killed more Ukrainians than during the same period before it. Report Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation. From March 25th, the beginning of the energy ceasefire, to April 8th, Russia carried out 6 massive attacks on Ukraine. At least 36 people were killed, including 9 children. This is more than during the equivalent period prior to the agreement to limit strikes on energy infrastructure. 4 massive attacks that resulted in 11 deaths. A new tranche of proceeds from Russian frozen assets was sent to Ukraine, and a new tranche was already allocated. The EU has allocated an additional 2.1 billion euros from profits on frozen Russian assets to support Ukraine, according to the European Commission. Earlier today, the EU had already transferred 1 billion euros to Ukraine from these profits. After he publicly mocked world leaders, saying they were kissing his ass to make a deal, Trump now thinks that the Chinese president would do the same. President Xi is a very smart man. He loves his country. I know that for a fact. I know him very well, and I think he's going to want to get to a deal. President Trump on the tariffs China and the United States are imposing on each other. Asked about a possible escalation, President Trump said, "We're very powerful. We have weaponry that nobody has any idea what it is, the most powerful weapons in the world. Maybe find a counselor who can help this man level up his vocabulary beyond 6th grade."
Are you concerned of escalation beyond the trade war with China? No, I'm not concerned. I think President Xi is a very smart guy, and I think we'll end up making a very good deal for both. But, you know, we've been treated so badly for so many years. Again, we allowed that to happen. We've been treated so badly for so many years. But no, I don't expect that. I think President Xi is one of the very smart people of the world, and I don't think he'd allow that to happen. And we're very powerful. This country is very powerful. Let me tell you, it's far more powerful than people understand. We have weaponry that nobody has any idea what it is, and it is the most powerful weapons in the world that we have. More powerful than anybody, not even close. So nobody's going to do that, but I think that if that's what you're referring to, maybe it's not. But just in terms of basic escalation, which is what you said, no, I think that President Xi is a man who knows exactly what has to be done. He's a very smart man. He loves his country. I know that for a fact. I know him very well. And I think he's going to want to get to a deal. I think that's going to happen. Yes.
Do you have to increase tariffs on China even more before they come to the table or give you a phone call?
I can't imagine it. No, I can't imagine it. I don't think so. I don't think I'll have to do it. I don't think we'll have to do it more. We calculated it very carefully. By the way, when you hear 100, a lot of people charge much more than that. Canada charges much more than that to our farmers, our dairy farmers. Many people charge much more than 100 or 125 in this case. But I don't, it's still a significant number. I don't see that.
Since the beginning of 2025, the U.S. has delivered 150 Rochelle Senator MRAP armored vehicles to Ukraine's National Police and the State Border Guard Service, according to U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine Bridget Brink. She also noted that an additional 40 vehicles are currently in transit. In March 2025, Rochelle reported that it had delivered its 1,700th armored vehicle to Ukraine. The newly delivered units for the Ministry of Internal Affairs are likely included in that figure. Rochelle CEO Roman Shimonov said that more than 90% of the 1,700 vehicles delivered to Ukraine to date were funded by foreign governments, including Ukraine's. Canada, where Rochelle is headquartered, financed 10% of the vehicles. The production rate of Senator vehicles has increased significantly. The milestone of 1,000 vehicles was reached in December 2023, followed by the 1,400th unit in September 2024. The 1,700th vehicle was delivered just 5 months later. According to Shimonov, the company's production capacity now allows it to manufacture up to 120 vehicles per month. Senator MRAPs are actively used by Ukrainian Interior Ministry units. In November 2024, it was reported that a newly formed rifle battalion of the Special Police in the Donetsk region was equipped with the vehicles.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. He's doing the job every day.